don't get to choose which games we call, as we all know. The vagaries of the television, sports TV, and NFL in charge of the TV gods. We don't choose, and we also don't know what the scenarios are yet for the playoffs. There are 3 possible playoff games that are out there, and I want to know which one would you want to call. You would want to be there. You want to be in the booth, and here are your 3 choices. Tyreek Hill returns to Arrowhead. That's one. Okay. Dolphins, Chiefs. That's good. Matthew Stafford returns to Detroit to take on Jared Goff, taking on the Rams.
Ooh, I like that.
And then it's entirely possible the Browns wind up on divisional playoff weekend with Joe Flacco to Baltimore to try and one and done the Lamar Jackson Ravens. Which one would you want to be in the building, in the booth for to call?
Oh, wow.
Chris?
I mean, Joe Flacco going back to Baltimore is really, Joe Flacco.
With the Browns, by the way, not just with anybody, with the Browns, too.
Yeah. But Joe Flacco, his 4-game run in the playoffs to win the Super Bowl and MVP was the most unbelievable thing I think I've ever seen. I mean, I've never seen a guy get hotter during one stretch than what he did. But something about Matthew Stafford going to Detroit and the Lions, that's pretty good right there. That is pretty good one right there. I think I'd take that one.
I bet. Okay, there you go. Great to see you, Chris. Just as always, I like to mention it whenever you and I get to talk here. I saw Belichick in Denver prior to Christmas Eve. Patriots and Broncos, and he's the one who brought up NFL 100, the all-time team show, and how much he loved working with you and everybody else there. He's still talking about it years later.
It was a fun day, but to see the way the players and coaches that came on interacted with him, I still think it touched him in some way. Now, he would throw up if he heard me say that. But, I just think that he was almost surprised. He's such a live in a cave kind of guy. And the amount of respect he got that day, or those, whatever it was, 3 days, whatever long we were there, I think it really kind of got to him a little bit. And it doesn't surprise me. It's a great memory for him.
That and the fact that he acted like a kid in a candy store with some of the old school guys coming around, too. Like us watching that.
Well, the work that he did on those older players.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I learned a lot that day because a lot of that footage only NFL Films has. And it was just great. I mean, you and I are addicts, we would do it for fun. They don't have to pay us to do what we're doing. But, for Bill, it's even something bigger than that. It's from his father to the academies to, it's his life. It's just his absolute life. It's not fun to watch this year happen, right? Because people go, oh, Tom Brady, and Tom's the greatest player of all time, and we all know that. And everybody's a better coach when you have Tom Brady. So I wouldn't mind seeing him have one more go at it. I'd just like to see him one more time with a really top end quarterback.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.